was third in the MVP regular season. He's gonna get Manny Machado money. We're talking 290 to 300. The Nationals are not going to pay that kind of money. So you might.
This what I want to know, right?
And remember, he's almost 30 years old. He'll be 30 next season.
He got to get his money now.
He's almost 30 next season. So are you going to pay a 30-year-old third baseman?
Yes.
His $300 million?
Yes.
Well, he didn't do anything the year before. Are you really going to pay $300 million?
I mean, if I'm the Nationals, I'm not paying his ass, but somebody's going to.
Hell no. I'd let him go. They ain't no.
I'm paying Strasburg. I'm paying the dominant pitcher.
They re-signed Howie Kendrick. That was a smart.
You're right. They did. You can get some tool guys. You can get a young. Look, we lost Bryce Harper, and then we got that young guy in the outfield, and he came up big for us in the playoffs. So at the end,
they found him.
That's what I'm saying. You can get a fielder.
If anything, they need to save their money because they got to pay him too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But you can get we can find us a journeyman motherfucking we can find us a journeyman, you know what I'm saying, who can bat all we need is a guy who can bat a consistent 280, can field really well. You can find one of those guys, but you can't find an ace. You can't find an ace in a lot of places.
They've already got an ace, dog. They got 2 aces on their squad, man.
And that's what I'm saying. You better pay these dudes because in the playoffs, when it get cold, you need these guys to come and you need them to take the soul out of motherfuckers. Like that's what they did in the World Series. The other team was better than us as far as hitters is concerned, as far as numbers, and our dominant pitching took the soul out those bastards. Just is what it is.
All right, man. So it's getting ready to be 9 o'clock. So what's your thumbs down of the week, my dude?
Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman came out. The 49ers announcer came out and said the reason that Lamar Jackson's play action works so well is because of the darkness of his arms blends in with the football. First off, if you watch the game, he had 2 wristbands that were white. He had 2, you know what I'm saying? He had 2 sweatbands on his wrist that were white. So how does that blend in with the ball, you idiot? And then Richard Sherman, like motherfucking Chicken George, comes tap dancing his non-elite ass in there talking about motherfucking yeah, that could be right. Man, if you don't shut your monkey dancing ass up, fuck out of here. What?
He said Chicken George.
Did you really just say that shit, Chicken George?
Oh shit.
Man, what?
But before I get to my thumbs,
Richard Sherman is a very educated dude. Yeah, I get it.
Well
every he is well respected. But you just said some bonehead ass shit, and I'm not about to let you catch a pass on this one. You got to catch all the smoke, bro. Like, the dude had wristbands on. He had 2 white wristbands on. You couldn't see the ball because guess what? He's good at tucking the joint. What, were you going to defend the announcer if he said, oh, he's good at tucking the ball and faking it because he stole from the Quickie Mart when he was a kid or something? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. That shit was – look, man, in the words of Public Enemy, that shit was racist, plain. It was simple and plain. Motherfuck you and John Wayne. You dig? I said it.
Before I get my thumbs down, we didn't even get to David still getting fired from Knicks. The man was 4-18.
Let's get to that, bro. Let's get to that.
We gotta get to that right quick. The Knicks remind me of the Washington football team as far as their ownership, because they both have bad ownership, and it's just like everybody saying, good organizations start from the top. So you got Bob Kraft, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Super Bowls. You've got – I'm trying to think in the NBA right now.
You want me to be honest?
You got the dudes from you got Bob Myers and the guys in Golden State. You got Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, rings. Right now, the Knicks, James Dolan. Who you got as head coach? And then they don't have any talent on the court, so they suck right now. What is the problem in New York? Outside of what two steps do you see the Knicks needing to do, or need the moves that they need to make in order to turn themselves into a good franchise? What two moves do you see that they need to make?
I feel like the move the Knicks need to make is to get a new GM. Like my man EB Edgar said in Uncut, the problem's not James Dolan. It's the people James Dolan keeps around him.
Yes,
James Dolan, yes, he is eccentric. Yes, he focuses on his sorry ass band more than he probably focuses on the Knicks. But since '99, they've had the same GM, and consistently since then, the level of talent that they have has gone down and down and down. You literally in the off seasons signed 3 power forwards, 2 contracts, 3 power forwards. Julius Randle, who's actually pretty good. He's putting up all-star numbers. Then you got Taj Gibson, and then you signed the other dude who was in Chicago. I can't remember his damn name right now.
And then they got Marcus Morris.
Bobby something. And then you got Marcus Morris, who is a stretch-ish 4. You literally have 4 power forwards on your damn roster, and you're telling the coach to make something good out of this shiggity. Defensively, you guys are suspect. You have a lot of young players. And I'm sorry, who is the guy that they got from the Dallas Mavericks? The point guard.
Oh, I can't think of it right now.
I can't think of his name. The kid has talent, but he's better served playing off the ball. He's not served to run the offense. But then you have a bunch of jacks on your team. You got a bunch of young guys looking for shots. You're not going to win early. What your job is supposed to do is to get a coach like Fizdale who is going to develop talent and relationships where the players trust him enough to be unselfish. At certain stretches, the Knicks have actually looked good. They've looked promising. He's featuring Julius Randle. He got Julius Randle playing good. Like, he's trying to build building blocks to see what they could do next season, and they didn't even give him an opportunity. You guys have stunk for so long. Why are you upset that Fizdale is stinking with the soup sandwich that you gave him? You literally have 4 power forwards under contract, bruh. What is y'all problem? What were y'all expecting? And then y'all drafted a kid who is probably going to end up sliding to being a stretch 4 eventually.
R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett could play small forward, but not defensively. He's probably going to be a stretch 4 at some point. So you got a bunch of power forwards. You don't have a bunch of wing players, and you damn sure don't have no wing defenders, which is why y'all get cooked every night.
Every single night.
Every fucking night. Y'all need, at shooting guard, you need a 3-and-D guy. You have to get a 3-and-D guy because R.J. Barrett, suspect on defense. Julius Randle, suspect on defense. Your center, he is a good center, but he's skinny and he's a shot blocker. But guess what? He's lighting the loafers, like they say. He gets manhandled in the post. It happens. So at the end of the day, you don't have a lot of guys who can defensively lock down anyone. So what Fizdale do? He tried to make a up-tempo thing to get the young guys all their shots, and then you got a bunch of players who do this. Dribble, because that's what R.J. Barrett does. Y'all, he's trying to develop talent. He's trying to develop continuity. Y'all are going to stink for the next 2 years. It just is what it is. But you have to stay the course.
Who wants to play in New York for the Knicks?
Like I said, their GM needs to go.
Who wants to play in New York?
No one.
It's almost bad as playing here in D.C.
I don't know, man. The Wizards got some decent talent. Scott Brooks is doing some decent things right now.
think that,
I don't think they should have got rid of Kelly Oubre. That was the dumb move.
but that draft pick Rui, what the hell is his name?
Hachimura.
Good draft pick. And the kid Davis Bertrands.
Bertrands is playing good. He's a nice little stretch forward joint.
I mean, if they can just get collectively better through the season.
But that's the thing for me though.
John Wall is John Wall's injury really? John Wall's injury is really underrated for this basketball team. I think that they need to have something consistent at the point guard position. Isaiah Thomas is not it.
No, Isaiah Thomas is not it. But you know what? The reason Isaiah Thomas is starting is so that Ish Smith can come off the bench. Ish Smith is a really nice change of pace guy. If they could somehow make a move to get a starting point guard, they could be really good. But the offense that Scott Brooks runs is an isolation type of thing anyway. So
who do the Wizards
Bradley Beal ends up with the ball? Huh?
Wizards had that anybody wants. They're not gonna make no trade for no starting point guard. I don't think they're not gonna win this year.
I don't expect them to win. They're playing. Look, they're playing good ball. I like Hachimura, but he's not better than Oubre. They should have kept Oubre. Oubre's balling out in Phoenix, by the way. While you hating, Oubre's balling out in Phoenix.
I didn't like the trade. I didn't like the Oubre trade when they did it. I didn't agree with it.
Who the fuck did they get for Oubre?
I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all fucking up.
My thing was but see, this is all crumbs, man. This is Ernie Crumbs Grunfeld. That's his fault. Yes, I would trade good players for crumbs because that's exactly what he did when he traded Kelly Oubre. They drafted Troy Brown. You would take Troy Brown over Kelly.
Troy Brown's decent, bro, but
he ain't better than Oubre.
He ain't better than Oubre. And Troy Brown's defense suspect, but like I said, man, y'all. The Wizards have building blocks. They're decent. They got to get out from under that John Wall contract some way, somehow. I honestly feel like if the Wizards could pull some shit off where they give up John Wall and maybe a young player, they might slide Troy Brown. And if they pull something off where they do something stupid like get Chris Paul, they could be good. Chris Paul could help those young guys excel a little bit more. They won't win anything in the playoffs or anything, but they'll make the playoffs.
Chris Paul in a Wizards uniform. Oh,
I'd go to the game. I like Chris Paul.
I
like Chris Paul. And thinking about him in that pick and roll with Thomas. Yeah, that could be a thing. You could run a totally different offense.
My man Troy said they should have got D Rose when he was cheap.
You smoking?
Smoking. He said Hatchie's a better player, but KO is a dog on defense. I agree.
Kelly Oubre's averaging like 18 points over in Phoenix, bro. You might want to check them stats out.
But I think
and Kelly Oubre's a dog.
Hachi is a good draft pick.
Hachi has talent. I think
he's a good building block for this basketball team.
He is a good building block, but if you're trying to win, Kelly Oubre would have been the guy. I don't think Hachimura is going to end up being better than Oubre. That's not how it's going to go.
But also look at the system that the Phoenix Suns run. I mean, what's the boy's name? Devin Booker is frying right now. He's frying in the desert right now.
Yeah, he is.
With DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton's suspended right now.
That team.
DeAndre Ayton suspended, and to be honest, DeAndre Ayton being suspended might have been the best thing for him because they have a center right now that runs.
Forgot about that. 25 games.
But they have a center right now that runs, and he runs the floor. He plays good defense. DeAndre Ayton, he kind of lumbers. I don't know. He got to get better.
Dog, they 10-11 in the 8th in the West.
I'm with it. That's not bad. They have a very young team. They got a bunch of guys who suspect at best. They trying to find their way. That's what the Knicks were supposed to be doing, but they got like